we're taking your legal questions. Joining us now is our KHOU Legal Analyst Gerald Treece. Good morning, Gerald.
Oh, good morning, and the Astros are doing great too.
They are doing very well. They are doing very well. But let's get to our questions now.
Let's do it.
Okay, from Katie, we have somebody who says, my son is a college student who has just pledged in a fraternity. I'm worried about hazing. Is it legal in Texas?
Everybody listen very carefully to this. It's not just that it's illegal in a fraternity. Hazing is illegal in Texas, period. If it's an initiation for the band, the cheerleaders, the choir, the chess club, it doesn't matter what it is. You cannot haze an initiate. And I think we've learned this lesson the hard way across the country with these terrible deaths that have occurred because people don't understand. Hazing may be a throwback to some notion of growing into manhood and so forth, but it's not right. It's also not right for any group to engage in physical or emotional abuse of an individual. Now, Ron, you asked the question, what can a parent do about it? What can a grandparent? Everything. You check, first of all, with the university. It's okay to be that obnoxious parent or grandparent, because if these groups are violating the law, they will be thrown off campus. If the band in your high school, which is not immune from all this, if they're doing it, report it not just to the principal but to the school board. Don't put up with this nonsense. These children could get very much abused and very hurt.
Well said. All right, thank you so much. Let's go to our next question from South Houston. I have been divorced for a few months. I just found out my ex-husband is making far more money than I thought. Can I change the amount of child support, and how would I do so?
Well, the answer is in two parts. First of all, the question says that they were recently divorced. If you just figured this out, I would wonder why your lawyer didn't know.
Yeah.
Based on the affidavits, the depositions that were taken.
Sometimes lawyers make mistakes.
Nah, sometimes they do, but sometimes people lie too. Now, if your ex has lied about his earning capacity, that's one thing. But if this is a pure case and there's no misconduct, no mischief, then what you have to do is say, well, look, my ex is now making a whole lot more money now. The answer is always the same. You've got to go back to court. Get a modification of the child support order based on changed circumstance. But it goes the other way too. If the husband's making less, he can move for a modification because child support is based on what the non-custodial parent is making. If he's making less or she's making less, you also need to go for that through the court. Don't use self-help, use the courts.
And good luck with all of that. All right, from Deer Park, my older brother may be taking advantage of our elderly mother. Mom lives with him, but he is ignoring her medical needs and he has total control over her finances. What, if anything, can I do about this?
Ryan, I must get at least 5 of these a week like this. And the problem is an elderly parent's being cared for by one of the siblings, but they also have power of attorney and control over finances. I don't know if this is what's happening here, but I'll tell you the answer. Instead of going to hire a lawyer, we all hear about CPS, Child Protective Services, but there's also an equal organization, Adult Protective Services.
That's correct.
If you believe that this member of your family, this loved one, is being financially, emotionally, or any other physically abused, report it to Adult Protective Services. It's not only in the state of Texas, throughout the counties, it's here in Harris County and your adjoining county. So I just want you to know that you need to act if you believe it, but they'll investigate it.
Get Mom some help. All right, we're out of time.
Well, we're out of time. I just want to say go Astros. And I was telling everybody here, this is the 230th anniversary of the birth of our Constitution this week on September 17th. So out there, if everybody wants to sing happy birthday to the Constitution, I'll be listening.
I'll give it a nice big salute.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Constitution.
Go Astros.
Hey, if you have a legal question you'd like to have answered, just email Gerald Treece at the address you see right there on your TV screen.